Salutations everyone, welcome to What Mattered, the weekly show here on my channel where the content is self-explanatory. It's What Mattered. Heroes will be remembered and legends never die. Well, sometimes heroes don't die either. It is coming back to NBC in 2015 in a 13-episode standalone story arc titled Heroes Reborn. No word yet on if there will be returning original cast members from Tim Kring's very popular sci-fi drama that took the world by storm, especially in the first season, and the second season was pretty good, and then it kind of tailed off from there, obviously, as well as popularity. But it's pretty awesome that they're actually bringing the show back. You know, as the fan base is still out there, we all know how incredible that the first season was, and if we can get another dose of that, that would be absolutely fantastic, where, you know, a story isn't strewn along longer than it should. And I think this is an absolutely great decision by NBC to bring back such a once popular IP to, you know, the form that has shown to be successful. So very much looking forward to that. And in a massive update to Diablo 3, the 2.01 patch was released just a few days ago, and my goodness, is it huge. It's game-changing. Absolutely game-changing. The download itself isn't really that big, I think. Didn't take me too long to download it, but it is absolutely huge. It launches with the Battle.net new beta thing that they're kind of working to being a launching platform for all of Blizzard's titles, to have it like all in one place. So, you know, that's a little different. But as far as like the gameplay goes, super rehauled. Like, we all saw this coming, and they mentioned some of the changes that were going to come up, as well as, you know, getting ready for the Reaper of the Souls DLC with, you know, the new Crusader class and the ending of the auction house and, you know, Loot 2.0 system. But now that we have it, we see how many incredible key changes were made to this game. And I think, personally, for the better. As many other people, I've been watching, you know, the little chat as I've seen while I'm playing the game, like people, of course, getting angry at first because, you know, things have changed and everyone knows the internet hates change. But once they get used to it and they see the reason behind the madness, they start to come along a little bit. And I was definitely in the same ballpark. They were saying that the barbs got nerfed, that the wizards got nerfed. And trust me, when I went back to my barb character, I got annihilated. I hadn't died in that game in like over 6 months. And then the first champion I see, I get slaughtered. Because a lot of things have changed. First of all, there's more champions. There's more, you know, resplendent chests. There's more shiny loot. Loot's everywhere now. Better loot. Just overall better loot. It's just way better than the stuff that you would find before, even on the same level. It's just stronger and better. So the game expects you to be stronger and better. So if you're stuck with the stuff that you had, you know, just a few weeks ago, it is now obsolete. Now, some people might be angry about that, and that is perfectly fine, but there's better stuff out there now, and it's easier to get. With the closing of the auction house is still available right now. It ends, you know, sometime in March, before Reaper of the Souls does come out. But you cannot post a lot of the new legendaries. I've found like 3 legendaries since the patch came out, and they all say that they are account binded. That you can't put them on the auction house. So that's a good step. This auction house thing is going to just fade away into obscurity like they want it to, and that's perfectly fine. All of your old stuff is worthless now. It's absolutely worthless. I would take a look, like all my best stuff, it was worth like 5 or 6 gold. But then you start picking up better stuff, you start getting stronger, you level up much quicker to this new quicker. These little pools that you interact with, as well as little spheres that are much like the health globes, that increase the amount of experience you'll gain for a certain time, but that will only go up to a certain point, and then when you die, that is completely flushed out. So leveling up is a lot easier. I've upgraded absolutely everything in my arsenal because the loot is just so much better. Unique drops are like 1,000% more common now. I'm finding legendaries way more often than I was before. You know, still not like a whole lot to take away from them being legendaries, but still way more than I had before the patch. So overall, all the systems are much better and improved, although the health globes are now shot far out from the enemy that drops them, which, might help long-ranged characters like the, archers or wizards of that sort. But if you're a close-quarter combat guy, you have to now go out of your way to get those orbs. So I'm not too keen on that. Also, the potions completely revamped. They're done with. Now everything is one potion. It's always the same, regardless of where you are in the game. Revive 60% of your health, as opposed to certain point demographics that were split up into different potions. Now it's just one potion throughout the entire game that does the same thing. So that took a little bit of getting used to, but overall I think the game is done for the better. The adventure mode, the little mini events that pop up, and overall I think if you haven't gotten Diablo 3 yet, now is a good as time as any, because while it's not really a fresh start, it's a better start now than you would have if you started a month ago. Because we're all sort of getting all the new stuff and learning all the new things and getting better loot than we had in the past. So also get you ramped up for a Reaper of the Souls, which looks ever more enticing as people get more addicted to an already awesome game in Diablo 3. And in the first bit of Star Wars Episode 7 news, the first casting has been finalized. Adam Driver will play the villain of the new film. Of Girls fame, which is an HBO show for those of you that don't know or don't care. He's going to be the villain. It's the first casting news. It's first, like official solid thing that we could, talk about. I don't know him as an actor. He's still relatively new. People seem to like him on the show. And he's going to be the antagonist of the new film. So now we have some solid piece of evidence. So hopefully more will come to follow. In Xbox Game for Gold March edition, we have Civilization Revolutions hitting the Xbox Live Marketplace for free today. And on the 16th will be Dungeon Defenders. Not the biggest titles, and it's still, once again, it's only 2 free games, as Games for Gold has been since the beginning. And still nothing for the Xbox One, unfortunately. It will be so in the future, but so far no word yet on that. Not too keen on these 2 games that they released, and not to be outdone, the PlayStation Plus once again blows it out of the water. PlayStation 4 gets a new game in Dead Nation, as well as PlayStation 3 getting Tomb Raider. Not the definitive edition, unfortunately, but that's understandable because that's, a new game. But, the original Tomb Raider, which a lot of people really loved. I can't wait to download that puppy because I've been waiting to buy it, but I was going to wait for the definitive edition, but now that this one's free, I'm going to hop on that and definitely play that game. Also, a new Vita game, Unit 19, and as well as a new PSP game, which of course you could also play on your Vita via digital download. There we go. And yesterday, Warner Brothers decided they wanted half of the show to be dedicated to them with all the kinds of news that they spread out yesterday. First of all, we have the first picture of the Flash right here, and for the pilot that's going to be shooting here in the next couple weeks. So that looks great. I think from what this is just a teaser, obviously, but looked pretty good so far. Very, very excited for it, especially for those of you who have seen the Arrow. All the more reason to be excited. And if you wanted a little rundown on the Flash, you can click the link below on my Flash video where I describe why he's so freaking amazing and one of the greatest characters in comic book history. So if you want to check on that, go ahead and click that in the link below. But in even bigger news, Warner Brothers has released through a tweet from Minecraft's Notch that Warner Brothers has acquired the rights to a Minecraft movie via the Vertigo production company, which did the Lego movie. And a lot of people love to make comparisons between Minecraft and Lego. But I think that this move makes a lot of sense in the fact that you have Lego, which, has some popular characters that they've gotten the rights to, but it's mainly just a building thing. How can you make a movie about that? They did. It was great. Minecraft's sort of the same thing. It's basically, there's no really story there that you can really conceive of as, what it's going to be. But at the same time, Minecraft you have a lot of freedom there. You can do anything that you want in that universe. So who knows? Is it going to be about a character named Steve or something completely different? No ideas here. but there is going to be a Minecraft movie. I don't think anyone should be surprised by this whatsoever, since Minecraft is one of the best-selling games of all time and is the most popular game by far out right now. And with the success of the Lego movie, all the more reason to pull through with this type of production. Probably it's going to be, 4 or 5 years down the road, but I'm still sure that Minecraft has the legs to make it that far while still being in the limelight. And if not, the movie will still do well, just because of how popular and polarizing the game is. Who knows what it's going to be? We have plenty of years to figure that out, but overall, pretty good news. And in other big Warner Brothers news that I don't see anyone talking about right now is that they're considering an investment of 10 to 15 million in Machinima right here on YouTube. Warner Brothers trying to make a splash and a virtual presence as big as they can with a huge channel affiliate program like Machinima, which might have to coincide with their Infinite Crisis game that has now gone into open beta after being in closed beta for like 5 or so months right now, that I myself have been a part in, but now is in open beta, so maybe they want to shoehorn a tie-in with that. But overall, it's very interesting. Machinima has really been on the decline the past few months, losing a lot of people and losing a lot of traffic. Looking for buyers, looking for investors, and now Warner Brothers is considering, this really big deal that it could be a great benefit to both of them as well as, the average consumer. So very interesting news there. It'll be, I'll be definitely looking forward to see what comes of this and what this might mean in the future. As always, that's all I have for you guys today. The links will be in the description for all the stories that I mentioned in this video, and I hope to see you guys next time.